Hello, everybody. I'm Mike Nadolski, Executive Director of the Mendel Center, and I'm here today with Grace Kelmer, Director of the Mendel Center. Hello, Grace.
Hi, Mike.
And why are we here today? What are we talking about? Shows coming up, right? New things, new stuff for two for this season that have been added. Actually, one that was a placeholder, but now we have all the details. And then another one that was added, and then a very new, exciting next season show that we'll get to.
So much good news today. It's like a mini mid-season reveal that we're doing today with 3 new things to talk about. So this is odd for us, but really exciting.
So Winter Delights has gone through a journey, kind of like all of us, through this strange and interesting trip that we're all on these last couple of years. But we had the live festival kind of event, and then we took it online last year, and that was very successful. We sold it out, and now we took that successful online experience and kind of packaged it in a fun and safe way with some really exciting artists, and then some great community college talent. And so why don't you talk about the band, Las Cafeteras?
Yes, they are a band born and raised on the East River of Los Angeles, and they mix their Latin roots with their experience living in LA. And so they sing in a combination of English, Spanish, Spanglish, all of those things. And they use some really fun instruments, and it's kind of a dance heavy band. Like you just want to move. They have such compelling beats, and it's just a really fun time.
So both of us saw them perform at a showcase show in New York, and they just blew the roof off the place with their high energy. I mean, it's contagious.
It's about a dozen of them on stage, and they just create this explosion of sound, and there's some dancing as well, and on stage.
So that's going to be at 8 o'clock. That's the I guess featured show of the Winter Delights experience, and so be excited. Come on out. It's well worth it. Mm-hmm. And then before that, though, they're also going to be part of a really unique workshop, which is going to include a dinner, and that starts at 5:30. And each of these events are ticketed separately, and we can package it together. We'll talk more about that later. But they're going to be doing a workshop called "Shifting Culture Through Culture." It's a journey in bridge building and reimagining power. So they are music with a message, and this is their opportunity to share their message with our community and to help us all kind of get through this divisiveness and polarization that seems to be happening way too often around the world, but it's, even right here in our own community. So I'm excited to hear their perspective and what gifts and opportunities they're going to bring to our community during that workshop. And I'm excited for the food.
Yes.
The food will be good as well.
Yeah, there is divisiveness, but I think also just right alongside that, there are, I think, a critical mass of people in our community and in any community who want to see that divisiveness go away. Yep. And who are actively working or hoping to see that kind of reconnecting and coming together in those building those bridges back across those divides that have cropped up. And so this is just a chance to hear from this group and have them lead us through some conversation about what has worked and what they see as being ways to do that through culture, which I think is really exciting. And by making it part of culture, it hits you, I think, a little bit deeper when it's connecting to something that's a part of you.
Well, we both know, and a lot of our patrons know, the power of art. And I love the word reimagining, because that is, I mean, use our imagination. Don't get swept up in the media storm, and don't get stuck in the he said, she said kind of moments. Let's let your imagination go and think about what things could be like with a fresh perspective. Mm-hmm. And then right after that, you can step into one of 2 workshops that are going to be happening at the same time. One is around chocolate and one's around wine. So that's going to be, how do you decide? But whichever way you want to go, you're going to be treated to two experts who are actually part of the LMC, Lake Michigan College faculty here. The wine workshop is going to be led by Mike Moyer, and he is the head of our wine and viticulture program. And of course, the college has the brand new Welch Center and LM Vintner's wines that are, and hard cider that are being produced here by students. And so it'll be a look at those wines, but comparing them against the wines of the world. So wines from other regions. So that's going to be interesting. And obviously tasting will be part of it. It'll be a guided tasting by Mike Moyer. And then I don't know, did you want to talk about Chef Luis Amato and his experience?
Sure. Yeah. So if you were lucky enough to be part of the Winter Delights experience last year, you did see Mike Moyer and then also Chef Luis Amato do their workshops there. So this is bringing it back in person. And so Chef Luis Amato is, as Mike mentioned, part of the LMC faculty in the culinary program. And he is a world-renowned chocolate maker, candy maker from Guadalajara, Mexico. And he's going to be doing a demonstration about the chocolate making and then also leading the guests through a tasting. So his work is fantastic, and it should be, and it's very tasty too.
Yep. So in both cases, you'll be getting tastings,
Mhm.
and also you'll have a souvenir wine Winter Delights wine glass that you can take home with you for the wine tasting.
Mhm.
So should we talk about pricing? Because I know we have two other events we want to talk about too.
Yeah, just to quickly run through that. So the concert is $20 just to come see the music. And then if you'd like to add on the dinner with the community workshop, that is $25. And then each of the tasting sessions, whichever one you choose, would be $15. So altogether, that would be $60. But if you do purchase all three, the dinner, a tasting, and the concert, you get $10 off. So it's just a flat $50 for that package.
So a couple could come for $100, get a dinner with a amazing community workshop, either a wine or chocolate tasting experience with actual product,
Mhm.
consumables, and the amazing Las Cafeteras performance.
Yep.
Not a bad evening.
Not bad. No.
Even for a guy like me who likes to watch his money, I'd be like, that's a pretty good deal. And of course, free parking at the Mendel Center, and we're close by to most of our patron base. So what's not to like?
I don't know, a nice night out. I'm looking forward to it. I've been trying to get Las Cafeteras here for years, and it's finally happening. So
yeah, especially you think about late February and where we might be in the midst of our winter journey. It seems like a nice little bright light and a boost to the spirit. All right, so next up then, Damon Brown. Let's talk about Damon Brown.
Yeah, so on April 26th, we have Damon Brown coming in as part of the Economic Club of Southwestern Michigan Speaker Series. He is what he calls a solopreneur as opposed to an entrepreneur. So he focuses on people who are striking out on their own and building something more in an individual or as a small collective instead of, you're not necessarily trying to build the next Google or Facebook. You're looking to do something on your own level and just make that successful. And I think that really strikes a chord with a lot of people right now. We've seen record numbers of people leaving the traditional workforce over the last 2 years and wanting to build something on their own. Or maybe you're just coming out of high school or college and that is your passion. That's what you want to do for your career, is to build something that's all your own. So this is exactly the type of thing that Damon Brown likes to do. So he is a coach, a career coach and entrepreneurship coach. And he's also a best-selling author and 4-time TED speaker. So he knows what he's talking about. He's built his own companies. You may have heard of Cuddler. It was like a dating app kind of thing, but it's specifically to have someone come and cuddle you. It's a fully platonic app. A very interesting concept, but it was very successful for him. He sold it off for many dollars. So
how many dollars? I want to know.
I don't know. It's a lot. We'll have to Google it.
Yeah.
And so he, as I said, he's coming on April 26th. So he will do a keynote presentation followed by Q&A and then some community conversation. So we're going to hold this one in Grand Upton Hall so people can be sitting in cohorts or in interest groups based on the type of hustle they want to put together that they have in the works already, so that then after the keynote, you might find some other people in the community that you might want to collaborate with and take some of those learnings from Damon's keynote and maybe apply them with some collaborators.
Yeah, we're excited about that. This is a new model. You know, a lot of times presenters come in and they do their quick presentation and then they're gone. And it's inspirational and it's an important message and it can be high impact. But when you have a speaker who comes in, who puts in the extra time and effort and creates more community engagement opportunities, the stick-to-itiveness, if I can say it that way, the lingering, the lasting impact of the presentation and the experience is broadened. So we're really trying to get everybody who this hits and could be of benefit to connected to this particular event. And so we'll be doing a lot of work reaching out to individual organizations and community leaders to help spread the word about this. So if you can help with that, let's make these connections and help elevate folks who are making career changes or just starting out. I mean, it could really help us locally here.
Yeah, and Damon Brown is, as we were talking about bringing him here, he really wanted to get to know the community and understand what we were trying to do with this presentation. So there are a couple other things that are going along with this. So first, the first 100 adults and the first 50 high school students who register for this event will receive a free book as part of their registration. So the adults will get one that is more adult focused, more career focused, and those under 18 will get one that really helps you examine what your worth is. What is the unique value that you see yourself bringing as you strike out in your career? So that's included in your registration. And then also anyone who registers by January 11th will be entered to receive a free one-on-one coaching session with Damon this spring. So that'll happen before the presentation happens. And those coaching sessions are valued at $400 each. So it's a crazy value to have that one-on-one Zoom session with him to get that personal feedback. So there are 6 of those that will be up for grabs for anyone who registers in the first month that it's on sale.
That's amazing. This is a long time coming. I know this has been a vision of ours to try to find a speaker who could hit all these, pull all these levers with us, and was willing to do that. And Damon Brown is the one that's going to get us started down this path. So very exciting, good stuff. And then what's the price point for the tickets?
For adults, it's $35, and for those under 18, it's $25.
Yep.
And if
so
you're
go ahead.
If you are a speaker series or performance series member already, then it is $20.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's the 2 events that are happening this season as part of this season. One for speaker series, one is part of the Nat Geo series, part of our main stage offerings. And of course, if you're already a member, you can jump on those, but tickets are available for everybody. And they're on sale now. So, and then for the very first time in my memory, for sure in my time here, I've been here 9 years, we've never announced a show for the following season during the middle of this season. Well, that's about to change. A lot of things are changing right now, so why not? But it's a big show, it's a fun show, and I'll let you announce it.
All right, well, making his big return to the Mendel Center on August 26th, 2020 is Weird Al Yankovic. He's coming back. It's been many years since he's been here, but it's about time. So he is coming back with Weird Al Yankovic, the unfortunate return of the ridiculously self-indulgent, ill-advised vanity tour, only at the Mendel Center. So.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, he hits a chord with people, obviously. He has with me, and his brand of humor, and but phenomenal musicianship too. And people who know that he's been with the same band essentially for 4 decades. So the musicianship is definitely there, but I'm just looking forward to a night of escape and enjoyment. It's a bit of a long wait, but I don't think you want to wait to get tickets because it's already blowing up on social media, and we're out of the gate strong here with sales. So don't wait to jump in.
Yeah, we were part of a national tour announcement for this, which is why it's going on sale so much earlier than our season is announced. But we're really happy to be part of his national tour. But the other fun part about this show is that there is a special guest coming along with him, and I'll let Mike share because I know he's particularly excited about it. So
yeah, so Emo Phillips, who you may know, and if you don't know, go ahead and Google and hit some YouTube videos to get yourself acclimated. But stand-up comedian who's been around for a really long time, super quirky, really hits that Weird Al Yankovic vibe, which is why they're touring together and have in the past as well. But just a quick story: when I was a teenager in the western suburbs of Chicago, I thought it would be a good idea to become a stand-up comedian, and I actually was in a pizza joint in Lyons, Illinois, that had a comedy club above it called the Comedy Womb, which is kind of a terrible name, but that's what it was called. And anyway, I was doing the open mic night, and I followed Emo Phillips. And I had never seen a comedian like him before. He was just so weird. And so I was trying to get him to break character backstage just to see if he was really like that, because I was trying to figure it out. He wouldn't break character. But anyway, this is a million years ago, so it'll be fun to see his latest stuff and what he's doing on this tour. So anyway, there you go. A little glimpse into the past.
Good, thank you. Yeah, that's it. It should just be a blast with the two of them together. And so Emo will open the show, and then Weird Al will come out and do a full set after that with his band of his own music.
Yeah, I think it's important to tell people that these are like deep cuts. This is kind of more of his obscure stuff. And I mean, it's going to be scaled back. I know he does big spectacle shows too with costumes and sets and all that. That's not this. This is similar to what if you saw or heard about what he did, I guess last year, or the last tour
immediately
out.
Pre-COVID. Yeah.
Yeah, pre-pandemic. I don't know, I just have that gap in there. But anyway, that's what this is going to be. So if you're a super fan, you're going to see some really unique pieces.
Yep. So tickets for this one range from $42 to $87, depending on where you're sitting in the theater. But there is also a really exciting VIP package that the tour is offering. It includes premium seating, early entry, a meet and greet with Weird Al after the show with a photo opportunity and some signed merch and special, exclusive items, and also a pre-show Weird Al Jeopardy game just for the VIP people, free beverages, all kinds of things. So there's a package available for that. When you go on to purchase tickets, you'll see that option available as well in those prime seats in the front of the theater.
I know at least 2 or 3 friends of mine will be all over that.
Yeah, people have been clamoring, so I think this one's going to do really well and should be a pretty full house, but nearly a year out still, 8 months out.
Yep.
So a long time to wait, but I think it'll be worth it.
Absolutely. All right, well, that's pretty exciting. And so all this, just in case you're stumbling across this and you don't know who we are, we're the Mendel Center at Lake Michigan College, themendelcenter.com. And check it out. You can order tickets now for this, plus all the other shows we have going on this season. It's a full slate. So we're happy to be heading into our second half of the season, and looking forward to seeing you out at the Mendel Center for your Mendel Center experience. Thanks for joining us.